was great to see him in the flesh last night, Ben Doak, because without wishing to heap too much on him, and I'm joking about, let's not call him McMessy. He is McMessy. This boy could be a difference maker for us at this level. And that's the one thing that probably Steve Clarke has had to do without over the last 4 or 5 years.
Aye, he certainly looks a real deal. I mean, he's only 18, obviously, and as Andy says, you don't want to put too much pressure on his shoulders, but I mean, he's up against Josko Gvardiol last night.
And had him in toast.
I mean, 78 million or something he get bought for. I think, Keith, you were saying at the game, most expensive defender in world football, something like that.
£77 million.
He just wasn't phased at all by it. I mean, this kid looks fearless going in against any opposition. That's why I think Steve Clarke's almost been forced to just throw him in there. And I actually thought for a young boy, I'm not saying it was perfect, but I actually quite liked his discipline on the right hand side. He wasn't just all going the one way and no helping Tony Ralston behind him when he needed it. He actually got back into shape and he was tracking back, and that was really encouraging. But certainly offensively, he gives us something totally different. Searing pace. It's a constant threat. Last night, as I say, Gvardiol, who's a top defender, couldn't settle for a minute. In case this boy went in behind him, he's had a hand in the goal. I thought for an 18-year-old that's, I think we were saying last night as well, he's still in his professional career, hasn't he played 90 minutes yet? 90 minutes. For him to come in and do that on that stage against that opponent was really promising, really encouraging. And I think he will, but I hope Steve Clarke keeps him in there for Tuesday night.
I think he has to. Obviously, I think Steve Clarke has to be mindful, and sports scientists and all the rest of it will look at it and say, this boy hasn't played a lot and we don't want to overload, and all the buzz terms that come around and all that. Drink more water, do more this, do more that. The bottom line is the kid's 18. He'll be desperate to play on Tuesday night. 18-year-old would want to play every night of the week if they could, especially if it was representing your country. And Ben Doak is clearly thriving on the responsibility and the opportunity he's been offered, Andy.
I mean, Scott makes a point there about just how little football he's had. Well, what better opportunities from to learn and get great experience at a really young age? Yeah. Be up against a Portugal team, go and test yourself against Bernardo Silva, or, Bruno Fernandes, or Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, go and see these guys up close. I mean, obviously he's had a great education at Liverpool. He's training with Mo Salah every day. That's a guy who's, he's seen what is required to get to the top level, and so let's give him an opportunity to show what he can do. Listen, as I said, there's a reason why he's not playing for Liverpool this season, why he's on loan at Middlesbrough. That's because he needs to learn, he needs to get minutes, he needs to find out what's really required to make it the top level. And as I said, I think you saw wee aspects of that last night. As I say, gets himself into really good positions 3-4 times, especially that first half, and just maybe rushes the cross, doesn't take the right options, that one. I think it was early on, only say he robs Gabriel and gets down the right-hand side, and it just needs to be put across the front post for Lyndon Dykes. He tries to pull it back from McTominay, and the chance is gone. Gets even there's a part in Christie's goal. Even then, that's a bit lucky because the boy shanks it to Ryan Christie. So, but I think there's enough there that says, I think we need to stick with this kid. We need to give him the minutes. Let's not be scared of burning out youngsters early. I mean, you look at Spain, look at what they've done with their young crop, take them all the way to a Euros final, Euros victory in the summer. Well, why can't we do it with our young guys? He's fearless. Let's just play him.